Yes, we are back. We're back. The long drive home. Listen, we're sorry we're late. We had a bit of technical difficulties.
It was Ayesha's fault.
No.
Yeah.
Ronnie didn't put out the timing correctly, so no one don't blame me. Nonsense.
Come on. Hey, listen. Listen, I want everyone to introduce themselves. So, with you first.
That's right. Hi, my name's Ayesha. Don't know what else to say about myself really. Don't know what you want to know. Ask me.
AKA late.
No, AKA on time.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, what's going on? It's Migs. You're done now already.
Joey, cool.
Kara. I'm Kara.
Yeah, see?
That's it.
And you know who I am.
I feel like we should have planned this introduction a little bit better. Next time I'm going to come back with something a bit more spedankle.
Come on, done now. Long drive home. Let's start driving. Yo, Mr. Migs, Mr. Urban Hero. Can you just give us that scenario we were just talking about the other day?
Alright, cool. So obviously someone hasn't got their seatbelt on. We're all about safety on the long drive home. We don't drink,
Say about
we don't smoke.
that audience.
Joe, can we just get the lowdown quickly, please? About feelings in the car.
Alright, please. Wait. Stop! Stop the car! Hey! Emergency brake, please. Girls, keep all your belongings and feelings inside the car at all times. We're ready.
Let's go!
We're ready.
Alright, cool.
We're ready.
Now that we've done the safety precautions and all that jazz. So, to this week's question is, would you hand your loved one into the police? And this came about through a documentary that I was watching somewhere on Channel 4, I can't remember which channel it was, where, cut a long story short, basically a mother and father shipped their son, who they had found out by mistake had been involved in an incident that resulted in someone's death. They shipped the son to another country. I can't remember which country it was somewhere in Africa. They shipped the son abroad in order to make sure that they avoided that he avoided prison, which then led me to ask the question whether or not, actually placed in the same situation or similar situation, would you do the same thing? So would you either protect your family member or would you hand them into the police? So I hope I've explained that clearly.
Yeah, I think you definitely got the gist of it. So people, would you hand in your loved one to the police or would you protect them? So in my scenario, for me, let's bring it to, say for instance it was your child, yeah? You've seen your child, you've raised your child, you've clothed your child, you have breastfeeding, whatever. This is your baby, yeah? And then you've now seen on TV that there was a murder, a young child has been murdered. You have a feeling deep down as a parent that this might be your child that has done this. Do you protect your child or do you give them up to the police? So in my scenario, my child is going to jail.
So Eddie Bonsu says he is protecting. He's protecting, full stop.
What?
So Eddie's saying that he's protecting.
Eddie,
You have, as a parent, your first and foremost thing is to protect your child.
I'm class. As the only parent in the car.
No.
I'm a parent. Hold on. Who's got the most children then?
oh,
I didn't know it was a competition.
Sorry.
I didn't know it was a competition.
No, we're just saying.
I didn't know it was a competition.
First of all,
What's that got to do with the person?
we're just saying, right, what's the ages here? What's the likelihood of, okay, who's going to come into this scenario first? Probably me.
okay.
Yeah? So based on that, Kalash, you're going jail.
That's it.
Straight.
So
You're going to
there's
jail.
no long thing, you're going jail.
Wait. So let me explain that in a bit more detail.
You're going to jail. At the end of the day, for me, okay, say that I'm a parent, my child's now been hurt, yeah? And I'm looking on the TV screen, yeah? And somebody's son's been hurt. So what I'm saying is that you know that it's your child, and you're gonna sit there. So because now it's my child that's done the hurting, I should be protecting you for killing somebody else's child, and then be upset when somebody else's child is, then be happy someone else's child has gone to jail and be sitting there protecting my child. No, I don't think so. If you want to go out there and make stupid decisions when I've raised you correct in the house, then my friend, we're sorry.
All right, wait.
Going jail.
So let me explain that more clearly, because someone has said it depends on the crime. So you're cleaning your son's laundry. You've gone into your son's room, and you found a blooded tea. And and you found a knife wrapped in a towel. Yeah.
I would have thought I would have given more sense.
All right. Wait.
Are we gonna say like a teenage
So
son or
yeah, so we're gonna say your son's a teenager,
right?
And we're not being sexist. It could be a girl, whatever. But
yes.
For this scenario, it will be a boy.
Okay, cool.
So does he have a graph?
Young,
no, I just want a younger shag.
we don't know. So as his parent, you don't know that he's got a graph.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fair.
As his parent,
Why don't I know that?
As his parent, your son to you is your son.
Why don't I know that?
It's the God-given name that you gave him.
No.
So what if he's younger Shaq man? You're gonna know him. You're gonna know that he's younger Shaq man.
No. Whoa. Let me tell you what. This is what my issue. This is what my thing is. Yeah. Okay. Full. Number one, we're in 2017. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you have to know information. Number two, I'm coming from a background where I work in the prison system and I teach. So for
does
me,
that mean you're gonna know that your son's younger Shaq man?
For me, I'm gonna make sure I know them smooth.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Listen, wait.
You're gonna be so naive.
Joe, talk to her. Joe,
rubbish. In 2017, of course.
Actually, she has a point.
No,
that's rubbish. That's rubbish. Maybe in 2006 you're sitting there doing rallies.
No. I'm pulling over.
Pull up this car right now. Pull up this car right now.
Audience, what do you want to do? You want to pull me out? Nonsense. I've got a license. I'm driving.
Listen. Wait. So you're telling me so there's 3 young men who have grown up in the ends, in the hood, yeah? There's 3 young men in this vehicle, yeah? We've done some stuff that our mums would never ever have imagined. To this day, wait. So cool. You might work in the prison sector or whatever it might be. However, there's some parents out there who are working 2 jobs in order to make sure that the roof is over their children's heads.
I'm working
wait. No, okay. So which might mean that actually there may be times in which you're not at home in order to kind of make sure that you can kind of foresee or overlook what it is that your child is doing, which means that actually your child may be in a position where they're able to kind of go out and do.
Okay, but can I stop you there? Okay, this is my thing, yeah. First of all, I was taught. I'm talking from a Caribbean household. That's where I come from. My mum always taught me this: lie to everybody else on the street, come home and tell me the truth. So you see what I'm trying to say to you is this. So my mum always said to me, as long as you come home and tell me the truth, if I decide I want to cover up for you, then that's on me. That's what I was taught in my household. In this day and age, yeah, regardless if I'm working 2, 3, 6, 7 jobs, being that I have boy children, yeah, even if I'm not in that much, if I have to set up hidden cameras, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Is that realistic? Joe, talk to her, please.
Yes, I'm being realistic.
No. Listen, this is wait. So wait, this isn't a thing about this isn't about parenthood. So no one is judging.
But you're asking me my opinion. I'm not talking about everybody else. If we're everyone here right now is talking based on their own individual opinion. We're not even talking about our parents realistically. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because my mum would probably be in 2 heads. My mum would probably bring me to the police. My mum's quite old school like that in a sense, yeah? We're talking about us personally. Yes, we can base it on the fact that we're parents and think, okay, yeah, we're parents, so how would we think? But ultimately, it's based on our own personal. And I'm just saying, in preparation to that point, of him being in a situation, we can all sit here and be like, oh yeah, we're going to work in this job. Yeah, our parents probably weren't paying attention to that. Do you understand? But we've grown up in a society where we've kind of had to adapt and we've seen things on a whole different kind of level. So for us now to go into a situation and not even be clued up. So after going through all of that, seeing certain things, knowing, you understand what I'm saying to you? Someone could be your boy for years, does something and you're thinking, nah, it could never. We know now, you can't even swear for your best friend, let alone swearing for your own child. So for that fact or matter, I'm saying based on my opinion, I'm telling you now, I will try to know as much information. If he wants to be a roadman, be a roadman. And I don't know why we always assume that our parents don't know, because trust me, you get gut feelings. You get gut feelings.
You've got, like, our parents when we were a bit younger didn't necessarily have Facebook, Instagram, all of that
exactly
stuff.
Social media.
As little as you may be posting a picture, you know, and someone else tagging, oh yeah, younger Shagman, remember? TBT, me and younger Shagman. That's probably a way to find out all these things that you won't necessarily think your parents will know.
Exactly, and our parents wouldn't even know the slang that we know.
Hold on.
So you would
hold up.
Hold on, wait. So Simty says, so when you set up the hidden cameras and
trying your best to raise the child right, and he still rebels and gets into trouble, what do you do then? At the end of the day, Simty, at the end of the day, I don't have any control, do you understand, into what decisions my child's gonna make. I can show you what's right from wrong. I can tell you this is not correct. Ultimately, there's gonna be a point in time you're gonna come out there and face the situation yourself. Every parent wants to know they've had confidence to say that how I've raised you and what I've showed you is enough for you to make a conscientious decision and decide that, you know what, this is not correct. Do you understand me? So at the same time, I'm not gonna sit there and blame myself that, oh, you've gone out and done something. That's not on me. That's on you.
All right, preacher. Joe, Ayesha, you're on a 5-minute ban for now. No, listen. Hey,
I'm talking
listen, you got a yellow card. She's got a yellow card, Joe. She's on a ban.
Audience, I need to have fans.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I'm a Gatwick. Let me
All right,
land.
you're landing. Wait, so let me make space for you. Ayesha, you're on a 5-minute ban.
Go on, Joe.
Land, please.
So what I'm saying is, alright, cool. So you would sing to the feds or whatnot to your child, but then I'm sure we all know in this car we know people that have done crazy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah? So
I don't know those people.
I don't know anything.
I don't know those people.
My question is, okay, so
I don't bear them still.
If you would say to your son, oh, well, you know, you're going to jail, why don't you do that for a friend?
What?
So if you know your friend's committed a crime, a good
Ooh.
friend of yours committed a crime, or whatnot,
would I still hand them in?
would you still hand them in?
Of course, 100%. I'm a snitch.
Hey! No! Pull this out!
Pull it over!
There's a code that you do not do.
What code?
So you would switch.
The day I became a parent, that code's a myth. What? Code's a myth. It's out the window, mate. Let's take it. Bull.
Hold up.
Wait. Listen, she's on a 10-minute ban. This is your last warning. Wait. No, Ayesha, this is your last warning.
Me, for my opinion.
No.
I
respect it.
I'm telling you. You see the day when I had kids, Joe?
Yeah.
There's no code.
Wait, stop. So Eddie said,
Use your children.
Hold on, wait.
Answer your children.
Wait, listen. So Eddie,
you asked me for this.
Ayesha, I don't want to increase your ban, you know. Ayesha, so Eddie has said it's easy to say you're going to take the moral high ground
and say you're going to hand your child in, but reality, you ain't going to be the reason. You ain't going to be the reason your child gets 10 to 20 years. Why not?
What do you mean, why not? You've raised your child. You gave birth to your child. What do you mean? You're going to be like, yeah, okay, cool.
Your audience, you're not understanding what I'm saying to you. You see me as you see me today.
Brethren.
What I say is what I mean.
And we're far from home.
So what's he going to do? Do a bus stop? I've got bus license. I will tell the bus driver to chill. I'll drive for him. We've got PCO license.
I'm with Ayesha. My son's going to jail.
Going to jail, bro.
He's going to do that 10 to 20 years.
So what you're saying is so you want to, so imagine this now, yeah? Let me tell you something now, yeah? Burden of what? So the burden of, I've sent in, the burden of 10 to 20 years, or that burden of, you've taken somebody else's child.
Not even just that. What if they do it again? If you kind of
so wait. So ladies, are we saying
if someone took your child, Joe, yeah? You know, God forbid anything, yeah? Any of us, we're fighting tooth and nail. I'm your friend now, yeah? Remember, yeah? I've grown up with, not so much Kara I've just met, but I've grown up with these. You've seen my son out on the street doing a madness, yeah? You know it's him. As we're bedding then, as a code of conduct, as parents, you're gonna come to me if I know it's my child, and I've even known you. Oh, so now I've got a TBT my child, and the loyalty of you, my friend, and not even that. You're a parent as well.
But if I was in the right and I saw your son doing a madness, I don't know your son. I'm approaching.
All right, wait. So hold on, wait. Ayesha, you're on a 10-minute ban, yeah? 10 now. So the question has been asked. Wasn't the question about a family member? So not necessarily a child. So we focus quite a lot on children. So
yeah, that's true.
So let's say it's a family member. So I'm going to fry it out and I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I said son. So there's a number of people, and crime is crime, whatever it might be.
Yeah, granddad, whatever.
Fraud, robbery, murder, whatever it is, crime is crime. Yeah, right or wrong, you work in the prison institution.
100%.
So crime is crime.
Yeah.
So I can say for a fact that there's a number of people who are out here who are benefiting in the proceeds of fraud. So what you're telling me that if wait. So you're telling me that alright, cool. If a family member, so we're saying a family member doesn't necessarily have to be an immediate family member, is involved in some type of fraud. However, you're benefiting from the proceeds of it. So what they're buying you, I don't know, LVs or whatever it might be, or Gucci slippers, like like whatever it might be, what are you then doing? Because the question was posed to you, Ayesha, you're still on a 10-minute ban. Yeah? No, wait, I'm asking you, but you're still on a 10-minute ban.
So how can you offer
Wait, because I'd like to hear from Ronnie and Joe. Because I feel like the ladies in the last question, you lot were kind of like, you were solid. I'm not trying to divide and conquer. I'm just trying to make sure that we're able to hear everyone's opinion.
We need to pull over.
So Ayesha, no. I got mine. So listen.
So yeah.
So if there's no more drink.
Came in a car, didn't bring no drink.
No, of course not. So okay, cool.
So budget. You got the budget.
So
you didn't even bring Saka water. It's just £1. Nonsense.
Okay, so wait. So now. Once again, we're just bringing it back because we said family member. So what are you doing? So let's say we've now switched it. A family member is involved in some type of fraud. However, you're benefiting from the proceeds of that fraudulent activity or whatever it might be, or crime full stop. Would you?
There's usually no victims. Who's this red man?
You know what the difference between fraud? There's different types of crime. There's different types of crime. Murder is murder.
Murder and rape.
Murder and rape for me is war.
So there's a level. So there's level. So wait. So
there's
level. Wait. So
can I say something? With fraud, they get their money back.
Exactly.
So wait, I don't know, but they get their money back.
Wait. Hello?
That's what my boy told me. Younger Shackman told me they get their money back. So
wait,
I don't know.
So wait. So you saying that it's dependent on whether or not you shop your child or family member to the police is dependent on the crime that they do.
100%.
You can't just sing for fraud.
Fraud.
I'm not singing for fraud.
I might tell them to stop.
Yeah.
Ask them to stop.
Exactly.
What, after they've taken you on a shopping spree?
No.
Yeah. The next time,
Okay.
Honestly, them beauty slippers ain't easy, you know. I'm telling you.
You know, this is.
No, but you can only.
I'm still on the ban. Let me just say. Wait. How long am I?
Ayesha, wait. You're still on the ban, so do me a favor. Just read out that last comment, please.
It says, but to be honest, at the end of the day, you can't say until you're in a situation because living on end, everyone knows everything, whether our friends have done it or family, and we stay quiet. So who stays quiet, bro? You're talking for yourself.
No, but
Wait. Someone says fraud victims get their money back. I don't understand.
Yes, they do.
Wait.
At the end of the day, it's your family. You should never give your family, even if they piss you off. Frank White, I don't know where you're from.
Frank White, you make sense.
You make sense.
You make sense.
So wait. Are we saying that there's a general consensus? There's a general consensus that fraud is okay because
I'm
on a ban. It depends on the circumstances. It depends on the circumstances.
All family, all crime, you would give them in.
I'm still on a ban, so he's.
You're back. I'm back. You're back.
You got 2 minutes.
Wait, no. On the level.
What? No, that's not running because I need to talk.
Yeah, maybe. No, you got 2 minutes. You got 1 minute 30. You just quiet down.
Honestly, fraud is not that bad. It's bad, but it's not as bad. I'm not gonna slip.
You're only saying this fraud because you don't.
Hey!
They're talking there.
She's on a ban. She's really information.
They're talking there. Can move.
Hey, pull over.
They're talking there. Can move. Listen, fraud or whatever. This is why I don't want no one to back because you don't talk about if they're there buying you little LV. This is why. I'm not beg nobody nothing. I don't want you to buy me nothing. So when you're there going to, Ayesha, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So now, okay, so the police now, you've got your kids, yeah?
Yeah.
The police come to your house, giving you big sit down now. They want to be asking you questions. So I should go jail, make my kids go social care because I don't want to snitch on you. Mad man. You're going jail.
But for fraud?
I don't care. If you're not threatening me,
wait.
Because the police are going to pile it on you now, you know. Okay, so you want to be an accessory. You want to be an accessory.
Isn't that what the story was about?
Yeah. You want to be an accessory. I'm not an accessory. That's what I'm telling you. The rules, the
Ayesha, it's quite clear that you are shopping any one of us to the feds, whatever happens.
100%.
So, alright, cool. 100%. We get that. Yeah, we get that. Your point has been made loud and clear. Regardless of crime, relationship, whatever, you're going to sing to the feds. Yeah, you work in the prison service. You probably give us a fast track straight to the prison cell.
Probably.
Yeah?
I'll probably be the one to arrest you and put you in a cell.
Alright, cool. Safe for that. Safe. Mad thing. You're coming out next door. We need to get out. Alright, Joe, what are you saying?
What's that in terms of what? The fraud?
Do you know? In terms
for me, as a parent.
See, every time I bring up the parent thing, you agree with me.
Ayesha, your point has been made loud and clear.
I'm personally for one.
No, he was saying as a parent he wouldn't switch on.
I'm not snitching on my child. I'm there to protect my child. All you can do is advise and try and guide them in the right direction. But boy, the way that society and the way the world is now, boy, it's very difficult.
Saying that as well, Joe hasn't had to deal with the child doing anything even remotely naughty yet.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So he might change his mind.
Okay, then.
When they get a little older.
I don't think so.
Joe, but you're not. But are you thinking like a? Are you just thinking like a parent, or are you almost have some own code of conduct? Because what are you saying? If any of us came to you and you found out that someone else has stabbed my child, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel it. You're just gonna feel it because you've got a child. You're going to feel it regardless. And if I'm saying to you, right, you know that we're all on the road, so you can put ears to the ground and you can get information. Imagine you got confirmation that, wow, I know this girl, like, I know her child, like, wow, and I know that there's a possibility I know, but the person's child who you know is your boy's child.
Yeah, but
what do you do then? What do you do then?
We don't sing.
Yeah, but so you're gonna sit there with me. You're gonna sit there with me knowing that you're gonna come to my child's funeral, you're gonna be there with me, you're gonna support me in that, you're gonna be like, wow, that's mad. And you're gonna know, 100% know, and you're not even gonna say nothing like, wow, you know what? That's so awkward. It's either you don't talk to me and you don't talk to him just to make yourself be out of it, but just to sit there consciously, your own conscience, and sit there and know, and 100% be like, wow, I know this girl's here, I know her, and I'm not even gonna say, you know what, I know properly that it might be.
Can you stop trying to sway Joe's question? He's answering. Joe, could you answer the question?
I'm not trying to sway, I'm just trying to give him
so let him answer the question.
He's saying he wouldn't sing.
I'm saying, personally,
like I said, it depends on the crime.
And the dynamic.
It depends on the crime, man.
But there's been a lot of, like I say, we're from ends, innit?
Yeah.
And we know the fucked up shit is happening.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people that has it directly affected you.
It has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
But I'm saying,
I'm not gonna name any.
No,
but what I'm saying, but like at the end of the day, what can you do?
What can you do? But I'm saying, Joe, directly affected you, even if it's a friend or someone you've gone with. I'm talking about someone directly, your mum, your dad, your child. Now you're saying you're a parent. Now that's direct. That's a piece of you. So it's not just like, a friend on the road. That is a piece of you gone, missing. Everybody watched how and what my girl got.
I personally,
come on.
If my child, let's say, God forbid, my child done anything and they had taken someone's life.
Protect your child, but you must not definitely.
I'm not going to the feds and singing them saying, yo, my child's done this.
Alright, cool.
So if
you're not going to do that, what are you going to do?
I'm speaking to my child. I'll speak to my child and say, you know what, you've done wrong. This is what I advise you to do. If I was you, I would come clean, and this is the best way to go about it. It's then on them to take.
Okay, now let me challenge that. So, if it's then on them, oh come on, bruv. If it's then on them if you've basically put the ball back into their court and said, listen, I know what you've done, whatever, it's now time for you to go and hand yourself into the fence.
Yeah.
Let's say they didn't do it.
If they didn't do it, then I live by, there's a saying, those that don't hear must feel.
So how are they going to feel? Are you just going to leave it? Are you just going to be like, you know, karma is karma, whatever?
Exactly.
And whatever comes to you, comes to you.
Exactly.
So you're gonna watch the other parent on TV making an appeal for whoever it might be, and that's not going to burn your conscience to say.
Listen, my condolences will go out to the family.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, first and foremost, I'm here to protect my child, innit? Shit.
And you think you're doing a better job by protecting him?
I'm not saying
you're condoning that. You're basically saying to him that
I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning it.
You are.
I'm not condoning it. I'm not.
All right, wait. Can I hear what Kara has to say, please?
Yeah, Kara.
I'm not a parent, so I can't look at it from a parent perspective.
So a family member.
And it depends on the crime a lot to me. If it's a crime that's not murder and not rape, then I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to hope they turn their life around with some words, maybe take them to church, like maybe change their ways.
Yeah.
But when it comes to murder
or rape,
honestly,
hopefully I never have to see what I have to come under this situation. But I feel like I don't know. I really don't know.
Rape. When it comes to rape, no.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
What's this message here?
What's that?
It says, I'ma beat my kids and I'ma hand them in, kill a kid where, no, not my child. She's saying, basically they're saying that that's not my child, like, it's a rap, basically. They're saying that basically you're disowning, like, if you're a killer, I'm not, basically, who is that? I'm just bad, bougie saying that, basically.
Alright, so Ronnie, what are you saying?
Honestly, like Kara said, it depends on the crime, honestly. If it's murder, rape, I'm sorry, but I have to G you up. I know I've come from the streets. Like, there's a code. Like, you can't be G'ing people up. But imagine, yeah.
Certain crime.
Imagine he murdered one person, and then you were like, all right, cool. Let me just leave it. Then he does it again. No, but imagine you spoke to him, and he's gave you that sob story, like, oh, it was self-defense. I had to, wrong place, all of that. And then again, he does it again. That is on you, you know.
Wait, no. This is their friend commenting. If my child murders someone because they raped someone, I'm not shopping it. So basically, she's saying if they rape someone, her child killed someone that had raped someone, she's not shopping them in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Frank's saying, if it's rape, you fuck your child up. I don't fuck with that shit.
So wait, hold on. So
hold on, wait. Let me put a scenario, please.
Go on.
So, for instance, now, God forbid, son gets into a fight with somebody else.
Yeah.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
The other guy tries to pull out a knife from his son.
Yeah.
He grabs it, stabs the guy.
Yeah.
The guy dies.
Yeah.
You shopping your son?
Okay, so no, listen, no. If he dies,
can we not ask Ayesha first? Can we ask someone else? Because Ayesha just like.
I put it to.
Go round. Let's go round.
Are you shopping?
Wait, I didn't understand the scenario.
He's basically saying that.
Aisha, don't try and impose your opinion on us. Let Joe land. Shopper. This ain't supermarket.
Did you get the question?
Yeah, I think so. So if it's self-defense and
That's what Joe's basically saying.
No, yeah, it's a fight or whatnot. Obviously, the other guy's drawn for a knife. Son's grabbed the knife off, stabbed the guy. Because at the end of the day, it's either he dies or I die.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. Are you, now that your son comes and tells you, oh, this is what I've done.
I feel like something like that, you need to go straight to the police and
Straight
hope.
to the police and hope.
And hope that they
What for what?
They doesn't get left.
Wait. Can Kara land, please?
Sorry.
You asked Kara the question, and now she's answering. You're jumping on it.
No,
because like if that was me personally that like was gonna get stabbed and then I've turned it around and I've stabbed someone, I feel like I would go straight to the police or straight to whoever you have to go to and kind of explain myself. But I don't want to live a lie. I don't want to live the rest of my life in a lie and every day wonder if I should have done something different and how the other person's parents and family are feeling with their child gone. Like, all of that stuff would be heavy on my heart. So like personally I would give myself in. So therefore I feel like if it was someone close to me, I don't like the term giving in or snitching. Of course that makes it sound deeper than it is, but let's go to the police station together.
You said that so like, come, let's go together. I will ride the 10-20 years with you.
Me personally, in that situation, I'm sorry, but I will protect my child.
So wait,
100%.
So sorry, I've been reading the comments, so I'm gonna come back to your scenario very shortly. A comment was made by Oddity, which said that if someone done fraud on your account, then you would feel it. However, you lot are saying that obviously like fraud. Wait.
Stop saying you lot.
So wait, okay, over here, over here at the back. Over here at the back, you lot are saying that fraud, the people get their money back, but if someone's trying to pay their rent or that fraud activity that's taking place on their account or whatever has some detrimental effect on, I don't know, whatever it is that they need to pay for, whatever it might be, despite the fact that they're going to get the money back, which is after a very long-winded process, that someone is still impacted by that, though.
Yeah, of course. That's understandable. But for me,
kind of money and not life.
It's not life. You will get the money back eventually, depending on your bank. What I've heard anyway. Depending on your bank, if you're with Barclays, the money will come back in 2 days. But if you're with, like Metro, you'll be waiting a while.
So Joe, wait.
Up your back.
Joe, go on, repeat your scenario again. Let me see if I can
whatever she took.
No, repeat the scenario.
Yeah, go on. Just so that I understand it.
Son gets into a fight.
Yeah. So is this the one where he's basically stabbed someone in the defense?
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, do you know, it's a bit mad. I would have to obviously speak. I would have to sit down with him, speak to him, and I think just like Kara. Sorry, I'm here, but my hair's looking a bit nuts, so I'm leaning out. So, just like Kara, I feel like I'd have to sit down and just be like, listen, we're gonna have to go to the police station together.
And he says no.
Hopefully
I don't want to go to prison.
Do you know, if he says,
you know what, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be on you lot's side and be defending him to the court. He's like, Mum, I did it, Mama. They was trying to stab me first. I'm defending you. Alright, I'll defend you. And I'll get to court and then they come and bring evidence. And I'm sitting there.
Wait. So,
but I'm not there.
Nicola says.
I'm not there, so we all got speculated.
Aisha, I don't want to put you on the
Didn't you say you get a gut feeling with your child though? So maybe
you get a gut feeling about story.
Aisha, I'm going to put you on a bad, you know.
I'm not talking out loud.
So Nicola says, so I just
disassociate. I just disassociate myself with them basically, and let them do what they done was wrong, and they should confess. So Nicola's basically saying that they should confess. She would basically disown them.
So
is that
my
what you're saying?
question to Nicola is, does she have a child? Because
Nicola, do you have a child? That's what.
Let us know. Let us know. Because I feel like you saying you disassociate yourself with your child. That sounds a bit.
That sounds more like a family member.
Okay, cool.
I feel like your comments have been very logical, and my comments have been based a lot on emotion.
Yeah. But I've never been in, like you guys keep saying, I'm from the street, we're from the streets, we're from the ends. Like,
Kara, you're from the hood, man.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm playing.
I'm not from.
I like that.
I didn't know, like I was in my house until 16, 17, and then like
I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know this. I've not really been put in a situation where I've ever had to feel like I might have to snitch on someone or anything like that. So. All I'm saying is what I think might happen, and I'd like to think logically. I'd like to not think with my heart, but that doesn't mean that if I get there, I'm not doing the total opposite of what I'm saying right here. Hopefully I never have to find out, like I said, but I have no idea. But yeah.
At the end of the day, it's self-defense, isn't it? If we're not at the scene of the crime, then we can just only go by what you're telling. And my whole thing is I don't want to be supporting 100%. And then I get to the courthouse, because there's people that are lying. You understand? They will tell you in their face, it wasn't me, I swear it wasn't me. And then you get there and the evidence is clean and plain. We already know forensics are going to come. You understand what I'm saying to you? So then you defend your charge and you're saying, all right, cool. Again, I would give you Kara, I would have that conversation. In any scenario, I'm still going to, if you've murdered, I'm still going to shop you if you've murdered. But I am going to have that conversation, because I'm going to want to understand that what took you to that point where you felt like, I need to deal with this person.
But what if it was a thing of, you know what, if I didn't kill him,
he was going to kill me. That's fine, but like I said, I would, again, we've talked about it being based on what type of crime it is. And again, I need to look at the dynamics of the situation. Where were you? What was going on? What was happening? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Was it a rush? What was actually happening at the time? Because again now, then, what if, again, obviously if it's something, I have to go back to the whole children thing. What if it's a sibling thing now? So then you've got an older brother and a younger brother. Mum, I wasn't even involved, but he's attacked my younger brother. Now, automatically, he's just seen his younger brother in a madness. He's not even asked no questions, no thought. You know you've always got that one hot-headed person. He's not asking questions.
But power, we can even talk about power, the episode, because look at what he did.
Oh, yeah.
He was on one. His mum knows, his dad knows,
and
they're not going to shop it.
Okay, so wait. So can we just bring some realism into this car, because
you guys only be getting no kids, but it would be the same for siblings, nieces, and nephews. So Nick_Caller doesn't have any kids. She's saying scroll up. Hold on. Okay.
So while you scroll up, Oddity says that we are. So I'm gonna paraphrase what she's saying, because I kind of agree. So we're in the car saying, yeah, we'll do this, we wouldn't do that, we wouldn't do whatever. This is not, some of these scenarios are not hypothetical scenarios for us. We are from an area in which we know, I think it's fair to say, apart from Kara, because Kara's not from the hood, which is okay, that's okay, it's not, that's fine. We're from an area in which we are probably aware of people who have done some type of crime. Now, we may not know the full ins and outs, that's the reason why we haven't approached the police like normal civilians. However, like, this is stuff that it's not hypothetical for us. So
it could happen.
It could, and it probably has happened. So therefore, when we're answering the question, we need to make sure that we're answering the question in the most truthful way, because there might be things that we might be aware of where we haven't actually, regardless of the crime, whatever it might be, whether it be fraud, robbery, ABH, whatever it might be, where we actually haven't said anything. And we have to answer it truthfully, not just to kind of just be like, well, okay, yeah, we're going to take the more high ground and be like, yeah, no, do not, I'll shop them in. I would say it's a really hard question until you're put into that scenario where actually the information that you have is vital to, I don't know, getting some form of justice, or, you know, a conviction or not a conviction. It's really hard for you to then say, actually, yeah, I would do X or I would do Y. So I know we've spoken a lot about children, but I would say that there's a lot of family members that I'm not going to say a lot of family members, because, like, one day I might want to try and get a job and someone might do a CRB check on me. But there's probably DBS, that's the one, sorry, CRB, I don't even know what the hell that is. But there's
closed barring service.
Okay, whatever, guys. Whatever. If I wanted an English lesson, I wouldn't have been it. But yeah, so I would say, just to kind of finalise people's thoughts, if you could just take that into consideration and kind of just wrap up kind of what Ayesha. I think
that's what Ayesha said though. She's basing hers on heart because
it's emotion. It's
because she can, that could happen, or she's been in situations similar, whereas I haven't.
So again, yours would be emotion, but it'd just be a different emotion. Yours is still emotion.
Like, do you know
it's
what?
Still emotion, isn't it?
Real talk.
It's love, innit? It's not logic.
I think you think differently.
I think regarding to children, it'll be different. Like obviously, like
I don't want my child going to prison.
Yeah, like it's just.
But who does? No one has a child and says, yeah, you know, you're destined.
You don't want your child to be a murderer either.
No, you don't. Exactly.
Very true.
So it's one of the challenge. It's an emotional. It's an emotional thing, man.
What's that? Your partner's a good one because that's not been there from day dot.
I shot my family. Like honestly, like, my brother's went out there and done a madness.
How long is like that?
Like I'm just, I couldn't do it.
Alright, so Roddy, ask the question one more time, and I just need a yes or no from everyone.
Okay. So.
And what? Actually, I don't need a yes or no. Give me just a very brief kind of summary as into what it would be, because I feel yes or no isn't going to kind of justify.
We'll go with Ayesha first because she's been landing. So let's let her land first.
She's been on the runway. She's been hogging the runway.
No, what happened?
All right, Ayesha, land.
What you ask the question then?
Right. Would you shop a loved one to the police?
Yeah, give us your summary.
Okay, so my summary would be yes, if I'm talking about a child, yes, if it's murder, if it's a rape, is this something that I will be crying over? If I saw it on the TV and it was someone else's child, then yes, for me, I would see fit that you go to jail and you pay time for that. If we're going on based on what Joe said and it's self-defense, again, I'd need to know the dynamics and the ins and outs of the situation. But ultimately, if it's your fault and you made a conscious decision and you made the wrong decision, yes, you are going to prison.
Yes, Bridget, that was more like a novel rather than a summary.
That was pre-written. That was pre-written.
Roddy, go on. Listen, ask yourself the question.
Honestly, when thinking about it, obviously, man used to do my thing on the road. You know, I'm gassing. When it comes to the situation of kids, I haven't got any kids, but I feel, depending on the situation, if it's murder and like they said, rape as well, like my conscience, something in me, like would make me just wanna. I don't know, man. This is difficult.
Should we come back to you?
Yeah, come back. It's difficult,
Kara.
Man.
I think I wouldn't be able to. I like to say I'm a very honest person, and I would definitely want to, but I don't think I could. Thinking about life without that person, thinking about how prison would affect them, I would just hope that I could push them on straight and narrow without having to give them in, and that they would never do it again. If they did it second time, maybe so. Yeah, yes. I think a first time offence. No, I'm not giving that one to the police.
Cool. Joe?
No, me. I'm not singing. I couldn't do it. I'm too overloaded.
Regardless of crime.
Regardless of crime. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's me. I'm done.
Migs?
So I'm undecided. So
you're sitting on the fence.
So I'm sitting on the fence. So I don't mind playing devil's advocate, but I feel like until you're in that situation, it's really hard for you to kind of say. So I don't know. A part of me thinks that actually it might be dependent on crime, but at the same time, without being in the situation, it's really hard to kind of I don't know. I'm on the fence. So yeah, apologies, Ronnie. We're coming back to you. You can't be on the fence. Only one person is allowed to be on the fence at one time.
It really, like everyone said, it really depends on the situation. So if it's murder and I've got a conscience, because it's my child, I don't know if I could do it. So.
You think, wait, but I'm just saying,
I don't know.
If you shopped your child to the feds,
like it'll be burning me. Yeah, it'll be burning me. Like my child's going to do 20 years in jail, and it's because of me, because I've snitched, and I'm from the ends.
It's kind of because of their crime.
No, but honestly, as a parent and as a person that's come from, not saying I've done whatever on the roads or whatever, but there's a code in it. So I think I would try to protect him, depending on the situation.
You have to protect.
Alright, cool. So, you know.
I know. I don't agree with me.
Those gang signs. So it's quite clear.
Yo, holla at me. So
it's quite clear that we haven't come to a kind of all-round conclusion. So we're all kind of all in different areas, and I'm sure the guys who've been on the comments are as well. Can everyone please just let the people know where they can find you should they want to continue this conversation offline, or should they need help shopping in their children to the police? Ayesha. So please let them know where they can find you, what your socials are. If you're not comfortable handing out your socials, then please by all means just pass.
I don't have no socials. All I say is, you should just make sure I'm available at the next one.
Yeah, so if you want to
girl you see that's not me, bring Ayesha back.
If you want to find Ayesha, you can find her in the prison system.
Working on the outside, educating those prisoners.
Kara, once again, as I said before, no pressure in handing out your socials, but yeah, by all means.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks.
Joe?
We out. Y'all know you can find me at JoeyCool1 or on the football pitch, Tunbridge Wells Football Club. Cheers.
Mate, here we go. Yeah, as always, you can find me Migs_E on all socials, and yeah, Ronnie. You
Come on, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Rod Snow.
Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. To all the people that are trying to call through on the phone, it would have helped if I charged the battery.
Yeah.
So next week. Oh, sorry.
Chopping
the burner.
Chopping ain't dead.
The phone has no relevance. So therefore, yeah, if you make sure you tune in next week, the number will remain the same. For all those people that commented, thank you very much for the love. Ronnie, Kara, Joe, Ayesha, it's been an absolute pleasure. The Long Drive Home, we out.
Bye.